Okay, my friends, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan. Today we're staying true so far. It's only a couple days in, but we're going to make a healthy side dish, making some mushrooms. For the people that's on the Weight Watchers, I believe this is 100% zero. 100% zero. Okay, so anyway, we're going to put this together. Use it for a side dish. You can eat it. If you want, just eat a bowl of it, knock yourself out. You use as much as you want, but I'm just using one container of mushrooms because I got another mushroom recipe, so I want to use another container for that. So I got a couple containers still in the refrigerator. So without further ado, let's get to it. And it's all in one pan. Okay, so as you can all see, I've got my skillet already heated up. It don't have to be real deep, just enough. Got some 0-point spray for the pan. Got some onions here. Got some chopped up multicolored peppers, bell peppers. I got some 0-point Mt Olive Diced jalapeno, some diced minced up garlic, 0 cannellini beans, 0 diced tomatoes, and 0 diced mushrooms. Here I got some 0 oregano, some perfecto seasonal, whatever the heck it is, some Spanish name here. I like this one though. And I'm going to throw a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, which also shows up as 0. Here's what the mushrooms I'm using. They're white mushrooms that were sliced. Monterey. I chop them up a little more, but I'll show you in a minute. Okay, back to the mushrooms. I kept a couple big ones here. There's one here and one here. And see, I just want to get them all about the same size. So I used to cut them with a knife many years ago, but now I just break them up. I make mushrooms on a weekly basis, sometimes 2 times a week. We eat a lot of mushrooms. Okay, so there you have that, and let's get to it on the other side. Okay, so while the pan's heating up, just to tell you, I normally put sausage and a couple other things in here that was not 0 points, but the point thing doesn't matter to me. But Penny wants to try to stick to Weight Watchers. I don't care, I'll do it as long as I can make something taste good and then it's filling. But everybody's got to get back to being healthy after the Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. So, and we ate a bunch of our fair share of junk. So not junk, it was good food, but we both put on a little weight. So it's time to get rid of that weight. Okay, so what we're first going to do is once this heats up, which it's getting there, then we're going to spray our pan spray on it, or butter spray, whatever. It's 0 points. It's you just spray it in the pan. It's cooking spray. So what we'll do is I'll spray some of that in there now. I could use olive oil, but then you have to deduct the point or whatever it is. So I like olive oil, but the powers that be want me to stick with you know what. But anyway, this is good. I made this the other day. It turned out really nice. Penny enjoyed it, so I figured I'd make it again and show you guys. Plopped in our onions. They have a light sizzle to them. You probably can't hear it. Very light, okay? But that being said, we're just going to stir this around a bit. And I have this on like medium, a little more than medium heat. Not high, but you know, I don't want it to cook too fast. So anyway, what we're doing here is just going to soften up these onions a little bit. Once that happens, we're going to throw in some garlic. All of our good little friends here. But it is, the reason I did it like this, because I was trying to figure something that we can, you know, with the veggies and everything, because really the vegetables is almost all water, really. But they do taste good. Some of them have a different flavor, so you add that. You can't, you know, layer your flavors or flavor your layers, whatever. But anyway, I like everything that's in here. And like I said before, it comes together pretty easy. Now this is another amount that I did. I actually used a measuring spoon, teaspoon, right? And I didn't want to make it, because this is a small batch. I usually, when I make the mushrooms myself, I put 4 containers at a time, and I use like a tablespoon or whatever of the garlic. Let me throw a little bit more of that in there. Okay, just, again, it's all for flavor. Garlic's good for you, too, it's healthy. Okay, rinse off a spoon. And this thing comes together relatively quickly. And we're going to give us a little bit of jalapeno, just like a little more than a teaspoon. I think I wrote a teaspoon down, but it's just a hair more, just a couple extras. Just, you'll taste it very little though. It doesn't, not hot. And don't forget that's that Mt Olive one that's pickled. Okay, so we'll let that cook down for a bit. Once that does, then we'll toss in the peppers. And this is when I threw a little pinch of salt and pepper in. But this is me. You don't have to do that. You don't have to put anything in there you don't want to. I think you need the mushrooms, but maybe you don't like mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, don't put them in there. Put everything else in there. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I wanted to tell you before I forget, there's other things you can do with this. I was imagining in my head making some cabbage steaks. I've got a video on those already, but get some cabbage steaks and cook those in the oven. And this recipe here, and then when the cabbage steaks are done, you take this and put it on top of the cabbage. I think that would be good. Again, that's very healthy friendly. I'm going to put the peppers in now. And this is that's like a little more than 1/4 of a cup of the peppers. I didn't measure that today because I thought, well, it doesn't really matter. And these are the ones I had in the freezer, so I just took them out while they were still frozen. And I cut them up with my nice chef's knife. But I did I honed it up a little bit. So the next thing going to happen is we're going to cook down these mushrooms. And put a lid on it to help, the steam will help cook them down quick. But that's the reason I break them up, because I break them up so they all cook evenly, but you make smaller pieces and they cook quicker. So, and breaking it up is a little tedious, but it's worth it. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to dump in our mushrooms real quick, huh? Now, as you can see, that's a pile of mushrooms. But these are going to shrivel up to nothing. They'll be almost half the size they are now. Maybe somewhat less, I don't know. But I'm going to put a lid on this, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, guys, these have been cooking now about 3 or 4 minutes, so we're going to take a little peek. Now, you want to cook these until they reduce in size, like I said, about halfway, or until they're dark brown in color, which I'm going to let them go till they're dark brown. And the reason I haven't added the tomatoes in yet and the cannellini beans, I don't want those to get really, really mushy, so we're going to add those in here in a few minutes. And that's roughly about 1/4 of a cup apiece on those. I just happen to like cannellini beans, plus they were in the refrigerator and I wanted to use them. They were already open, so I wanted to use them from the other day. I don't want them to go bad, so And everything I'm using is all 0 points according to the Big W. Weight Watchers, that is. Okay, so here you have what you see. They're starting to get brown. They've also reduced way down, if you guys can remember what I started with in the pan there, right? Now, if there's too much liquid, when it cooks down to where you want it, you can strain it if you want, dump off the liquid, or you can just leave it. It's up to you. These here cannellini beans have been drained. It was just a very little bit in the thing. That's about 1/4 cup that was left there. Same thing here. What I'm going to do, like I did the other day, take a few tablespoons out of this jar here. I just opened this one again, and I made them the other day. So we're just gonna. I drained some of the liquid off, not all of it. Okay, we're gonna put like I said, about 1/4 cup. It's about 3 tablespoons what I put in there the other day. A little bit more here. There you go. Okay. Now we'll give this a little stir around, and kind of mix everything in there. I mean, the dish really looks, it looks really nice. It's pretty. It's a pretty dish. But it tastes good, though. That's the main thing. And it's just a filler, just a side dish, so you can eat it as a munchies. That's what Penny and I did yesterday. We got the munchies after I made them. I gave her a taste, and when I first made them, she goes, "Oh, that's good." Next thing you know, we was a little hungry, so we took a little bowl, and we each had a little bit. And that was that. And then we decided to make this video today so you guys I can share with you. You guys can make it. Now, like I was saying earlier, I would like to get I'm going to make some chicken. I'm going to put it to my grinder because that's 0 points. And I'm going to put some of the chicken meat in with this, mix it around like I would have my sausage. Because that just adds a little bit more. And then you can use that, and you can put it on, you can mix it with cabbage. You can mix it have this with some broccoli on the side or cauliflower. And it'd be like a complete meal. So, that being said, speaking of complete, we're going to complete now. On the recipe, I put on there, season as you like. Yeah, everybody likes a little different, but like this here, I'm putting a little bit of oregano, and that's it. Little oregano. And this is Saison Perfecta, Tito Santi. This came from Save-A-Lot. I do like this. I actually like this better than the other one we were getting. And you just put a little of this on there. It's got a bunch of different seasonings in there. It tastes really good though. Okay, and then after that, give it a nice little woodsy kind of flavor, maybe you guys should say. Put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in there, maybe 2 dashes. And then we'll stir that in. And leave the lid off now because I want to let some of this liquid steam off. Turn it up a little bit. See, I'm reducing it by having the steam do the work. I don't want to really don't want to dump it. I didn't have to yesterday, so. Just let that cook down a little bit. Then we'll be back. We'll have us a taste test. And you guys will have another good recipe side dish, like I said, or I'm going to make some more with these beans. I'll show you. I mean, with the mushrooms, not the beans. Well, there are beans in there too. This is just I call this my mushroom De-Lite, D-E-L-I-T-E. Because it tastes good, and like I said, it's just really it's all vegetables, so there's no mostly about it. You got protein from the beans. Cannellini beans have what, 19% protein or whatever it is per serving, so it's all pretty good. As you can see, it's starting to steam, so I'm gonna let that go for a few minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay guys, there you pretty much have it. There's not much liquid left in here. But let it steam off a little bit more. I'm going to bowl this up, take a picture, and then we'll meet you by the taste test table. But I think you guys are going to enjoy this if you give it a try, which I think you should. Especially, it's healthy. Alright, we'll beat you. Okay guys, you can see that makes a nice bowl. This is a nice flat soup bowl, but that's a couple servings, maybe 2 or 3 servings, possibly 4, depends how big you make them. But anyway, we'll meet you at the taste test table. Okay guys, so you can see Elmo and I are ready for the table, so we'll meet you over there. Have a nice taste test. Okay guys, thanks for meeting us at the taste test table here. Hope everybody can see us. But anyway, that's it. Like I said, it's a quick, easy dish. Healthy. Nice little side dish. Now you guys can have or take away whatever you like. No, that didn't taste great. But anyway, it is Weight Watcher friendly, so I'm not pushing that. But I am going to push that. Penny and I are working on helping ourselves get back into somewhat kind of a shape that looks more presentable, you know what I mean? No, I'm only kidding. No, she wanted to get back to what we were doing, because before the holidays we were trying to eat pretty healthy, except for drinking the beers and stuff like that there, but you know. But anyway, this is an easy dish. You guys can put it together pretty quick. Some of you probably already got all those ingredients, and even if you had canned mushrooms, you can use those. It doesn't matter. Put one pot, quick and easy. If you don't want all the excess fluid, drain it off. Put everything in dry, because the mushrooms, when you cook those, they're going to release water. That's why they shrink or shrivel, whatever you want to call them. So you don't need any liquid, okay? So you can drain like I drained the cannellini beans. I drained some water off the tomatoes. Now the peppers have moisture in them, so they're going to put some liquid in there. But then at the end, you can drain it off. You can dump it in a colander, shake it a little bit, dump it back in the pot. You can spoon it out, or you can just let it steam like I did, and it works pretty good. You don't want to take it all out. You want to keep a little moisture in there, so if you have anything left over, you can stir it around. Okay, so without further ado, let's get done with this. This is Mr. Dan saying, when you're out and about, cover up, protect yourself as well as others. Wash your hands when you're out and driving around. When you go in the store, you come out, spray your hands with the little sanitizer, whether it's the gel or the spray. Wash your hands. When you get home, wash them again. Don't talk with your mouth full unless it's another nice dish just like this here. Give us a like, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't yet, and when you do, the notification bell will pop down, and then you'll be able to see the complete recipe and our little Facebook group, my daughter's website, and that's about it. So hope you enjoyed today's little recipe here. It was quick and easy. This is Mr. Dan. Until next time, saying stay hungry, my friends, and when you are, come back and we'll give you another recipe just like that. We're out.